Hey, what's up? Paul here from Climate Justice Fast, here in Canberra on day 19 of our international hunger strike. Today was a really interesting day here in Australia. For the first time, our government passed climate legislation. However, though that may sound like good news, it's actually really not, because the legislation that they've passed is not anywhere near an adequate response to climate change, and in fact it's more an attempt to preserve the status quo and protect polluting industries while appearing to do something. The vast majority of people concerned and informed about climate change in Australia are deeply disappointed with this, our first attempt at climate legislation. However, first tries don't always stick. We will change it. We can change it. We have to keep on fighting. It's not going to be easy though, because the bill is a little bit of a bitch. What it does is it allows our polluting industries basically to buy all their emissions in offsets, in overseas offsets. So basically, you find a guy in Indonesia who says he was going to cut down a forest and now he won't. And you give him money and you say, well, that's my emission reduction. And it's like, well, yeah, that's safe. Forests in Indonesia, they're never illegally logged or burned down. Or, oh, hang on, it's crazy. It's crazy. Anything to avoid actually changing what we're doing. It also locks into place enormous compensation for the industries that are causing the problem of climate change and that need to be retooled. And that compensation comes from me, taxpayers, everyday taxpayers, comes from us. And the thing is, it locks into place these targets. So if you want to raise those targets, these industries can now turn around and say, well, we made all these investments based on the old targets, which were part of the law. So now you want to change them, you have to compensate us. So if Australians want scientifically adequate targets, for instance, in the future, we're going to have to pay these guys out of the nose unless something pretty amazing happens. But hey, it's not like we didn't already know that our leaders were failing us on climate change. That's why there's currently 4 Australians on hunger strike on day 19. So we're fighting pretty hard to play our part in a global response, in an adequate global response to climate change. And we recognize our responsibility as the world's highest per capita polluter, and as the world's largest exporter of coal, and as the country who, according to the UN, has the 3rd highest standard of living in the world. We recognize our enormous responsibility to act responsibly on climate change, to protect future generations and the developing world from its effects. So we're going to keep fighting, and I do believe that we'll get there, because it is a clear issue, climate change. It is. Scientists are very clear about what's happening and what needs to be done. And morally, there is no justification not to be listening to them. So we will get there, and we'll keep fighting for what's right until we do. Yeah, so I'll see you tomorrow, maybe, day 20. Although I don't vlog every day these days. I'm busy. Yeah. Anyway, peace out.